Good morning, everyone. It's now February 4th, 2019. It's approximately 10:30 a.m. Just scared my daughter. You're okay, baby. So, it's time for Monday morning inspiration and motivation. And the topic for today is, I wrote it down, y'all. The topic for today is, are you taking yourself seriously? This whole time, I thought I was going to make a real nice video. She was, doing her own thing, watching a tablet. Now she wants to be a part of the video, blocking my light and my essence and everything. You want to be a part of the video? Okay. Well, so, like I said, the topic today is, are you taking yourself seriously? And that is very, very important in today's world. Are you taking yourself seriously? Right? Go look at what it is. Go check it out. She heard a noise, so she's going to go check it out. Are you taking yourself seriously? There's nobody there. So, the world is, I wrote things down. Planning is important, A lot of times, a lot of good ideas come and go. One in one brain, in one cortex, out the other, I should say. Anyway, the world is about, I would say, in my opinion, the world is 90%, possibly 90% entertainment, right? A majority of the things we do is for entertainment purposes or to achieve some sort of entertainment. So with that in mind, we have comedy, we have comedians, who go around or go on stage to make other people laugh, right? And what we're doing is we're entertaining, we're finding entertainment at the expense of others, right? So we do that through, things like comedy, sports, we go to the club, movies, things like that, So with that said, we seek to entertain ourselves at the expense of others. And what happens in that is that there are people out there who seek to entertain themselves at our expense, at your expense, right? At my expense. And they'll say things and they'll do things and they'll make jokes and they'll make fun and they'll embarrass you. And it doesn't feel good to you, right? It doesn't feel right. No one should do that. But that's what happens. This world is based on entertainment. And there are people out there who, are not happy with themselves. And it seems like when they're in an uncomfortable position, and coupled with insecurity, they tend to pick on those people who allow themselves to be the butt of jokes, so to speak. So basically, you serve a purpose for them. Your purpose is to entertain them. Your purpose is to deflect, the attention off of them. Your purpose is to pick them up while they're down, unknowingly or I would say unwillingly, right? So keep that in mind. The other thing I want to talk about that's very important with this topic, are you taking yourself seriously, is respect. It's all about respect, right? Someone is sorry about that. If someone is making you the butt of their jokes, if someone is using you as a punchline, if someone is using you to deflect attention off of them while everybody's focused on you, laughing at you, you lose. They have no respect for you. This life is about respect. Why is it important that people take you seriously? It's important because so they respect you. A lot of my knowledge that I perceive to have, or I think that I have, comes from a lot of unconventional sources. I watch a lot of videos, I read things, And I try to pick the what's common between all these things. And I watch a lot of Lockup Raw. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I watch a lot of lockdown jail videos, and you know, these guys in jail, I guess the convict code or the jail code, they're big on respect. Respect. And one of the most important things that you hear, a recurring theme, is don't let anyone take anything from you. Don't give anyone anything. Right? Don't let anyone take anything from you. Because if they take something from you, then you will continually and endlessly be a victim, because other people will take from you and they'll come back. Because they're not, you know, you might be thinking to yourself, well, why doesn't that person think to themselves that this is not nice and they shouldn't do that, and you know, that's not right and they should be good people? The world doesn't work like that. I'm starting to realize that. It doesn't work like that. People are not just going to say, hey, I'm going to be nice. Hey, I'm not going to do that. Granted, there's some people who think like that, but majority of people seems like they're not about that life. So in jail, they talk about respect. Don't let anyone take anything from you. You know, if you let somebody, if you come into prison and these guys are saying, hey, you know, if they want your sneakers and you're not going to fight for it, then you're going to be a victim. You're going to have a hard time. You have to stand up and fight. Even if you lose, you have to stand up. Stand up for yourself, right? Stand up for yourself. Are you taking yourself seriously? You got to stand up for yourself. So what that looks like in a non-jail environment is, don't let people take your dignity away from you, right? Don't let people take your respect away from you. So if someone is doing something that does not feel right to you, right? If you want to be the butt of all jokes, that's fine. But if it doesn't feel good to you, then you have to stop that behavior. You have to cut it. You know, I don't know what your threshold is, but don't let your threshold be too high. You know, some people like myself, I can take a lot, you know, and I'll take a lot, and I'll take and it'll get to the point where I'm at, man, this is enough. But by that time, it's possibly too late, right? Because after a while, people, you know, they're conditioned and they say, well, this is how I am. This is how Alendi is. This is how you are. And it's going to be very difficult for you to change that. So I would suggest, and what I want to work on for this week, and what I want you to work on, for us to work on, is that this week we're going to focus on taking ourselves seriously. We're going to focus on those situations where we feel uncomfortable, right? We're going to say something. We're not going to let it escalate, right? Because just like in jail, you let somebody take your sneakers or your cornbread or, you know, your hot dogs, man, they're going to come back tomorrow and take it. If you let somebody make you the butt of all jokes, butt of their jokes today, later on today, they're going to do it. They're going to do it tomorrow. They're going to do it in front of people that you don't want them to do it in front of. They're going to do it whenever they feel like, right? So you have to stand up for yourself, right? And in jail, that means fighting. In this world, you could fight, you know. You can say, man, I'm going to punch you in the face. Or you can say, hey, I'm not doing that. You know, don't, we're not doing that. Don't do that. Or you could just cut them out of your space. You know what I mean? You don't have to keep people in your space. I'm sorry, I dropped my notes. You don't have to keep people in your space. You know what I mean? You could say, hey, I don't want to deal with you, right? Or you can say, you know what? I'm going to let you into my space when I feel like I want you in my space, right? And one thing I'm working on myself is just in taking myself seriously is just taking more pride in myself, focusing on myself, the things I want to do, right? I'm not doing something for you. I'm not doing it for my boss. I'm not doing it for my wife. I'm not doing it for my kids. I'm doing it for me. And in doing it for me, people around me will benefit, right? So you have to fight for your dignity, man. You know, something is wrong. I wrote down here, something is wrong with them, or it's human nature. You know, it's just human nature for people to be entertained, but you can't focus on, oh, something is wrong with them, they need to change. Everything starts from within. Something is wrong with me, I need to change. My daughter wants to be a part of this video so bad. Something is wrong with me, I need to change, right? The energy you put out is what you get back, right? You got to think about that. The energy you put out is what you get back. So if you let people know what your threshold is, if you let people know what you're willing to take, what you're willing to deal with, what you're not willing to take, then they'll understand and you won't have to worry about things too much. But if you let it go on and on and on and on, it's going to be hard for you to get your dignity back. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's going to be difficult. You just got to start working on it. You got to take yourself seriously. And what I started doing was I started being serious, you know. I realized when you talk a lot and you say a lot, you know, people get to just talk. But you gotta act. All right, Samira, you took my notes. Where are my notes?
No.
Notes, yes.
No.
Yes, so I wrote this. I had to write it down because, man, I had a lot to say, man. And you know, this is for another video, but planning is important. All right? So, don't let them take that from you. Don't let people take your respect or your dignity from you. Do we all attempt to take advantage of others for our benefit? I think so. You know, and this has to go with, are you taking yourself seriously? As I said previously, don't let people use you for the butt of their jokes. I mean, if you could think of situations where we do not use someone else for our own benefit, then let me know. Because we all need each other, right? But we need each other in a positive way. Yes?
Yeah.
Cheek, mouth, eye, nose, ear. This is what it's all about. Still real life. I'm here. Eye, that's my eye. I'm trying to post a video. Beard. And this is as real as you can get. Eye. Okay, thank you. I need it though. You poking me all in my eyeball. Yeah. Eye. Okay, Samira. Oh my goodness. Ugh. All right, can I pause this? I can't even pause this thing. Come, let's watch the video. Oh my God, let's watch the video. Look. Look at this. What happened to it? Go ahead. Oh my God. All right, go ahead. Go watch the video. Watch the video. Okay, watch the video. Go ahead. Go watch the video. So, like I said before, take yourself seriously. Don't let folks make you the butt of their jokes. You know, you got to decide on a number. I think 1 or 2 times of someone disrespecting you or trying to take your dignity or take your respect is enough. You got to say something or do something. And I'm not condoning violence. Don't punch anyone in the face. But take them out of your environment. Take them out of your space by not talking to them, by not approaching them. You know, and they'll understand, you know. Hey, something is going on. Don't laugh at their jokes. Don't pay any attention to them. And some people will continue. Because I've had situations where, man, you don't pay attention to somebody, you just let them go, but they'll continue because, you know, they're getting whatever they need from someone else. Someone else is laughing at their jokes. Someone else thinks it's funny, right? And I was the type of guy, I was a nice person. You know, I'm a nice guy. And it's probably more than being a nice guy. Maybe I'm scared. I have a lot of fear. Just like most of us, you know, I'm not perfect. You know, we're going through this together. This is therapy for me and for you. All right? So let's go. So, you got to fight for your dignity, right? Just like anything else in life, you gotta fight. You gotta fight for your dignity. Just like if you were in a jailhouse and somebody is taking something from you, you gotta fight for it. No, you're not taking my respect. No, I'm not giving you that. No, don't say that. No, we're not doing that. Don't say that. Don't treat me like that. We're not doing that. And you could do it in different ways. I would say the best way to do it, probably the most effective way, is to pull that person to the side and say, "Hey man, hey woman, hey girl, let me talk to you. I don't appreciate that. Such and such. Because if you do it in an aggressive way, then it'll make you feel terrible, and that person will feel terrible. But it'll make you feel terrible, and that's for another show. A lot of times when we say we don't want to hurt someone's feelings, it's not that we don't want to hurt their feelings. We don't want to hurt our feelings, right? We're worried about us, but that's for another show. So take yourself seriously. Don't let folks take your dignity. Say what you don't like. If something doesn't feel right, think about it, assess the situation, and react. Or assess the situation, think, and then react. But in any case, reaction is the last thing you should do. And, let me know in my comments if I have it right. You know what I mean? Think, assess, react. Assess, think, react. Right? So, someone says something to you that you don't like. Someone is doing something to you that you don't like. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? If you don't feel good, then something is not right. So you should think, assess, react, or assess, think, react. Most important thing, don't spend time wondering why someone is behaving a certain way, right? A lot of times we get into this place where we're like, man, why are they acting like that? What's wrong with them? Well, they're messed up. And then we get into this thing where we're thinking so much about them to make us feel good, right? We're rationalizing or finding reasons why they're acting that way and why I'm not acting that way to make us feel better. But I say use 99% of that time, right? Work on that. Use 99% of that time that you spend thinking about what other people are doing. Think about what you're doing, right? Because what we put out into the universe is what we get back. So 10 times out of 10, people are going to treat you the way you treat yourself, right? People are going to treat you the way they see you treat yourself, right? If you don't take yourself seriously, guess what? They're not going to take you seriously. If you talk down about yourself, man, I'm not good, man, I'm this, man, I'm that, in a negative way, they're going to start talking down to you, right? So you got to uplift yourself, right? Talk about yourself in a positive way to yourself. Sometimes, if you say I'm this and I'm that, and people look at you and say you're boasting, and they don't like that, So you gotta be humble, but don't lie, but speak good about yourself, but just don't overdo it, because then you're boasting. And nobody likes anybody that boasts. They don't want a boaster. Nobody wants somebody that boasts. No. So, one thing I'm trying to do is think more about me, have more conversations with myself. Hey, man, what you doing? You could do that. You're good enough to do that. A lot of times I say to people, you can do that. Why don't you do that? Why don't you do this? Why don't you start a YouTube channel? Why don't you start that? And I'm like, wait a minute. I need to do that for myself. You know what I mean? It's easier for me to do it for somebody else, but it's difficult for me to do it to myself. And that's what I'm working on, spending time on myself, right? And you're going to sacrifice a lot. Things are going to happen, right? Things are going to happen. People are not going to like it because that's not what you normally do, Normally you spend time on other people. Don't hit me. Normally you spend time on other people, but in my opinion, for me, I'm going to spend more time on myself. Thinking about myself, motivating myself, inspiring myself. I'm handsome, I'm beautiful, I'm strong. I'm a king. You can do it. Let's go do it. Let's get up and do it. Or questioning myself, or holding myself accountable. Hey, listen, that was crazy that what you did or didn't do. You got to get up. Let's go. And it might sound crazy, but it's you and yourself. It's me, myself, and I. And pick one of them to have a conversation with. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens. You never know. It's one life. What you worried about? So, last thing is, and I mentioned this before, the energy you put forth is what you get back. Think, what is it that I am doing? It starts from inside out. Well, I wrote that quickly. I rushed. But it starts from inside out, right? Whatever you put out is what you're going to get back, right? Even the food you eat, whatever you put in your system is what your body's going to give you back. If you put garbage in, garbage is going to come out, right? If you put garbage out to the universe, garbage is going to come back to you, right? It's just the law of things. It's just, I guess that's what karma is, right? Karma is really, karma is not necessarily, okay, I'm going to go slap somebody in the face, so that means they're going to slap me back. No, but what karma is, if I'm a mean person and I do a lot of mean things, then somebody's going to do something mean to me eventually, right? If I'm a kind person, I do a lot of kind things, somebody's going to do kind things to me eventually, right? Because, although in this world people like to take advantage of others, and that's due to insecurities or whatever, but there's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about insecure people. It's just life. That's the way it's going to be. You're not going to be able to change people. The only person you could change is yourself. Start from you, right? So Monday, February 4th, 2019. Take a quick look. It's 10:58 a.m. Beginning of the week. You should be focusing on, are you taking yourself seriously? Whatever you got to do. One of the things I thought to do was just be serious, not talk too much, not smile. I don't know what effect that's going to have on me. I don't, because a lot of times your demeanor dictates, what kind of chemicals are released in your body, your pleasure receptors in your brain, endorphins, all of that stuff. There are people who say smile and laugh all the time, be happy all the time. I'm going to try to be serious and not talk too much and see how much, because I feel like I need that to reset the clock. You know what I mean? There are people who, you see and they're serious. They're not laughing, they're not making jokes, and you're like, you don't laugh and make jokes with them either. You probably stay away from them. You know what I mean? You're not going to say anything to them that's crazy or make jokes or disrespect them because you don't know. But there are people out there who are just, they're there to seek entertainment, man. That, we want to be entertained. That's why you have 1% of this world, I guess, becoming rich. If being rich and wealthy is a goal in life, they become rich because they decide that they're going to be serious and entertain the rest of us. Because we're consuming entertainment. That's probably, and that's something I'm gonna go through on my podcast. I have a podcast. It's called Up a Hill, Mind Made, or Mind Made Up a Hill. I want to have Mind Made in it because Mind Made is, I think that's just real slick. There's a company called Mind Made, a technology company, and that's why I haven't used that name I started, but Mind Made Up a Hill, right? Check out that podcast. It's coming soon. I haven't posted anything yet, but I'm going to talk about a lot of topics in that, and You know, so. Oh, okay. Thank you, baby. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, share. Comment, share, subscribe. You know, please comment. I think commenting is probably the most important thing. You know, that's something that's gonna help me if you comment. Sharing is, you know, very important too. Subscribing is like very important. Just do all of them, man. If you're watching this video, you're gonna get more. You know, ask me, tell me what to do, talk about. You know, that's probably my gift. I don't know. You know, everybody has something that they can do very well and they like to do or feel comfortable doing. So tell me what you want to hear, what you want me to talk about. All right? All right, till next time. Peace.